All right, day 7, final day. Boy, that went by fast, didn't it? Wish we could do 14 days, maybe next time. Anyways, today we're going to end our series here concentrating on the facial muscles and soft tissue and the neck. So we hold a lot of emotion and stress in our neck, in our face, scowling, looks of concern, maybe clenching your jaw at night or even during the day when you're concentrating on something. The constant screen time and your head is forward and you're just got a lot going on in your head and neck. So we're going to try and help you with that today. Bring a little ease and release to your neck muscles and give you a nice little facial, a massage for your face, a nice facial. So we're going to begin with one of the original balls, untoted, and we're going to be rolling the scalenes and SCM. So those are the long, ropey muscles that go from behind your ear, your mastoid process, and they connect all the way down onto your collarbone. They are responsible for rotating your head, for flexing your neck, which is actually our check-in today. So drop your ear to one side and see how far down it goes. Does it meet your shoulder? Does it not? Back up to neutral. Drop to the other side. You may find that one side is tighter than the other. We'll try and even that out today. And then rotating your head. So just trying to look as far over to your shoulder as you can without twisting your body and looking that way. And just notice. All right. And we're going to take one of our balls. You're going to put a little slack into the skin around your collarbone by looking down and then pinning the ball. We're going to take 4 stops along it. The idea is we're going to twist and turn all the way up and end at the top of our ear. So all along the SCM and scalenes here, starting right above the collarbone. Tilt your head a little bit to slack the skin. Pin the ball, twist it in one direction or the other, and then slowly look up and over your opposite shoulder. And then releasing and bringing the ball up a little bit further. So tilting your head a little to slack the skin, pinning the ball. It could be behind, on top, or below, above where you were before. Pinning the ball, twisting it in one direction or the other, and looking up and over the opposite shoulder. So you make 3 or 4 stops all the way along, up towards behind your ear, and you'll find the higher you go, the less you're going to be able to move your head and look in the opposite direction, and that's okay. Yeah, make sure your hair is out of the way so the ball doesn't grab your hair and pull it out of your head. Also, if you're somebody who likes to put a lot of lotion on your neck or whatnot, you might not want to do that before this series, just to give the ball, let the ball grip the skin here instead of slide all over the place. And then you're going to take it to the other side. So starting right above the collarbone, dropping your chin a little towards that side, getting some slack in the skin, pinning the ball, twisting it, and looking up and over your opposite shoulder. Nice, slow movements. Yeah, remembering to breathe. Three or 4 stops all the way up until you get behind your ear. This should be a very relaxing sequence. Your vagus nerve runs along these neck muscles here, and when you are rolling, it's one of the ways to activate the vagus nerve is to roll it, bring some massage into it. The vagus nerve, when it's activated, will help bring your body your mind into a parasympathetic state, your rest and digest state, where you're calm, socially engaged, a little less stressed. So that nerve runs right through the neck, and you are accessing it directly when you roll this area. Once you get to behind the ear, you can take the ball out and just start to Go along your collarbone here, twisting and turning the ball in each direction, like right above the collarbone, right here, all the way in that soft tissue. Twisting and turning. So if you were lucky enough to own one of these babies, these Coregeous balls, another way to do this is to place the ball by the collarbone, look in the opposite direction, and drag the ball up the side of your neck. You're dragging it along the skin out behind the ear. Take a couple passes like that. This will create a lot of warmth, a little pinching feeling, but it really helps add some room. Your neck will feel longer. You'll feel like you have more space here. Maybe you can breathe a little bit deeper. All right. And then on to the face. So we're going to start at the little muscle in between our eyebrows, your procerus muscle, your scowling muscle. And the idea here is I like to do this either sitting at the kitchen table or your desk, or you could even do it standing at a counter. The idea here is to let the weight of your head come onto the ball. So you're going to be resting your elbows on something. If you don't have anything to use as a counter or a table, you could easily do this seated with your elbows on your legs, but much easier to do in a relaxed position at a table or desk. So place the ball right between your eyebrows. Let the weight of your head add some pressure. Take some nice deep breaths here. And then just start to move the skin with the ball. So the ball is stationary and you're just making little circles in one direction or another. You're not rolling the ball is staying in place, and you're just moving the skin in between your eyebrows. Back and forth, around in circles in one direction and the other. And you can stop and make a scowling look with your eyebrows to contract and release that muscle with the ball on it. So the ball is on the muscle, and it's engaging that muscle. That contract and release technique is telling your brain it's okay to let that muscle relax and reset. All right. And next we're going to roll the eyebrows. So just really gently rolling the ball over one eyebrow and to the other side, bringing a little love to the eyebrows there. And then take a ball in each hand, and we're going to go to the forehead. Relax your elbows, put your elbows on the table, relax your head, use the weight of your head to add a little pressure of the balls onto the forehead area, taking some nice deep breaths. These muscles help move your eyebrows, wrinkle your forehead. And you take the balls and just start to slide and glide the skin of the forehead. Just keep the balls in one spot and move them, trying to plow the skin one direction or the other, up and down, maybe in circles in one direction, circles in the other direction. All right, and come off your hands a little bit. Take one ball to the temporalis, your temple muscle, on one side or the other. Lean your elbow down on the table. Let the weight of your head fall onto the ball. You can do a little no motion, a little yes motion. You could make little circles with your nose in one direction or the other. Tracing a circle with your nose is what I meant by that. You can do a little pin and spin motion by twisting and turning the ball forward or back. And then switch sides. Bring the ball to the other side of the temple. Leaning the weight of your head onto the ball. And after a few breaths, making little yes and no motions. Circling in one direction or the other, making a circle, using your nose to trace a circle in one direction and the other. And a little pin and spin motion by twisting and turning the ball on the soft tissue there. You could do this in the middle of your day when you're sitting at your desk. You need a break from work, a break from the computer, to have the balls by your side and just take them out and roll your face for a few minutes. It does wonders, just a couple minutes. You don't necessarily have to carve hours out of your day. You can build these sequences right into your day. All right, done with the temple. Now, ball on each palm, and we're going to take it right below and beside the nostrils. So you're going to feel the ball on your cheekbone a little bit, maybe on the top of your jaw, like above your teeth, and beside your nostril, your LLS muscle, your levator labii superioris muscle. That's a mouthful. Anyways.
Lift your upper lip.
Yeah. Put your elbows down on the table, Nance, and lean your head down. Use the, like we're doing in all these sequences, the weight of your head is really helping to compress the balls into the area that we're addressing. Nice deep breaths. And then after a few breaths, take the balls, take your fingers in each ball and actually pull them apart from each other. And you'll notice that your nostrils will flare, that you'll be able to get a nice deep breath through the nose. So if you're somebody that suffers from allergies, or maybe you have a cold, or whatever it is, and you want a little more breathing space in your nostrils, this is a really great thing to do. It helps open up the airways. That working for you? All right, and then we're going to take a ball, just one ball, and roll the cheekbone all the way down to the jawbone, on top of the jaw, below your jawbone, all the way to the bottom of your ear, to your earlobe, right over your cheek, and then on the other side. Yeah, watch the hair. Pull it back out of the way. All right. Place the balls down on the table and just do a little check-in with your face. Maybe scrunch up your face muscles and release them. You feel like you're holding less stress in your face. Good. One more place we're going to go, I almost forgot about. One of the most important parts of the face that we're going to roll here is the chewing muscle, the masseter muscles. You find this muscle by clenching your teeth together, and you'll feel the muscles pop out on either side, right near the hinge of your jaw. Take the balls there, arms, elbows down on the table again. Both, you can do both sides, yep, at the same time. You can clench your jaw and release it, contracting and relaxing the muscle. It's a really strong muscle, one of the strongest in your body relative to its size. You can slowly open and close your jaw a little bit. This is pinning and stretching. Pin and stretch technique. You can wiggle your lower jaw side to side. You can also pin and spin the balls in either direction on that muscle. So if you clench your teeth at night or grind your teeth at night when you sleep, this is a really great thing to do in the morning when you get up. Or even do it before you go to bed and tell that muscle to relax. All right, now put the balls down.
Drool.
Maybe you felt like you've reset your facial muscles and tissues a little bit. Real inexpensive facial there, right? Okay. Okay, now we're going to come to lying down. You're going to want a block and possibly a half block nearby, or a textbook that's half the height of a regular block. And we're going to place the ball, we're going to lie on our side. One ball is going to go on your mastoid process. So that's a little bony bump that's right behind and below your earlobe. This is an attachment spot for your SCM and your scalenes. You know, place the ball there. It could be very uncomfortable. On me, this is a very uncomfortable spot. Nancy looks like she's loving it there, but on me, it's a little bit painful. So you need the block just in order to get the ball into the right area. So you don't want to do this right on the floor. So block our book underneath. Just let the ball sink in. Take some nice slow breaths. They don't have to be deep breaths, just nice slow breathing. Don't hold your breath here. And then you can make little yes motions and no motions with your head. So if you're somebody who tends towards headaches or migraines, this is a really good thing to do. You might find some relief for those headaches or migraines here. Again, you can make little circles by, using your nose to trace circles in one direction or the other. The ball's really not moving a whole lot, it's just massaging that little bony protrusion, the mastoid process. Another breath or two here, and then we're just going to flip on to the other side. So opposite side, head is resting, our mastoid process is resting right on the ball. Little tiny yes and no's, little circles, nice breaths, nice slow, even breaths. Eyes can be closed or open here. Try and relax the rest of your body as much as you can. If this is too much for you, if it's too intense of a feeling, you could always do this without a block and with the Coregeous ball. It's a nice alternative. Just use it as a pillow underneath your ear. You could also do it with one of the larger alpha balls and no block at all. All right, before Nancy goes to sleep, we have one more spot they're going to address, which is your occiput. So the occiput is right at the base of your skull, right here. And the idea here is to get the balls right up and underneath the occiput. So a regular size block works for some, all depends. I really like a half block here when I'm using these small balls. Sometimes I do this with the alpha balls and no block at all. It's actually my favorite way to access this area. Really try and relax your body here. Your legs can be bent, they can be straight down. Yes, knees, bolster under the knees. Also very nice, there you go. Nice and relaxed. Arms can be by your side, on your belly, whatever feels good to you. You want a second one?
No.
No? Okay. Balls are nuzzled right underneath the back of the skull. Take some nice deep breaths. There's 8 little muscles that attach right below the skull there. Your occipital, sub-occipital muscles. After a breath or two, you can start to trace little figure 8s with your nose. Little tiny movements, maybe yes and no. You can roll your head all the way to one side. So Nancy, roll your head all the way to the right. So most of the pressure is under the right side of her skull, and this side of her head is off the ball. Come back to center. And roll your head in the other direction. Let me do that a couple times on each side. These muscles in the upper part of your neck here help to hold your head up. They get way overused and abused. They need some love, they need some massaging, they need some release and relief. They help to rotate your head, they help to flex your neck. This is a really great thing to do, possibly a half an hour before you go to bed. It's very relaxing, can help clear your head before you go to sleep. All right. And then remove the block, remove the balls. Let your head relax down onto the mat. Hopefully all the tension and stress you felt in your neck and in your face has melted away. And your body is nice and calm. Slowly roll over and come up to seated.
Thank you so much for joining us for our 7 days of rolling. Be rolling. We love Be. Thank you for supporting the studio. We hope to see you here in person soon. Just a few things. Rolling is addressing your fascia, your soft tissue, the support structure of your body, what literally gives you your shape. And it's the way you hold yourself. So if you can use the balls to give yourself a little more awareness, a little more embodiment in your daily life, that's all to the good. Use them as you need them to relieve stress, but also as a way to just be a little more grounded and embodied in your life. So feel free to email us questions about injuries or stuff that feels stuck or that you need help with, or, because you want to say hi. And thanks again.
Thank you.